गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णू गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. Namaste friends. In the beginning of 8th chapter, which is known as Akshara Brahma Yoga, there is query of Arjun about Brahman, Adhyatma, Adibhuta, Adidev and Adhiyakya. So let us try to understand what is implied by these words. Brahman, which is a Sanskrit word and which literally means that which is expanding constantly. Brahman is imperishable and all-pervading. This is the highest or supreme reality behind this vast universe of innumerable animate and inanimate beings. And this Brahman becomes soul or consciousness in the bodies of all beings, and through which this inert or jad body appears to be sentient or chetan. Next is Adhyatma. Adhyatma is that which is related to supreme consciousness or supreme reality Brahman and the individual soul which is residing in the bodies. Next is Adibhuta. Adibhuta, that which is related to Pancha Mahabhutas. We have already discussed about 5 elements which are earth, water, air, fire and space. So this physical body of all beings is made up of these 5 elements which are Mahabhutas or Bhutas. And that is why this body is called Adi Bhautik, and it is a gross body. And when mind is always engrossed in worldly matters, when mind is becoming pure and is going towards soul, which is Sukshma, then it is Adideva. And when mind becomes fully pure and silent, then the soul reflects in it, and I realize myself as soul and not body. That is Adhiyakya. Now this vast cosmic dream or drama of Brahman or supreme reality is strictly governed by the law of karma or action. This law of karma causes birth, sustenance and dissolution of sentient and insentient, both the beings, Jad and Chetan. Nobody is above the law. Whatever you sow, so shall you reap. So action is very important. What we did in the past is our present, and what we are doing now will be our future. And not only actions, but thoughts are very important, as has been discussed earlier also, because thoughts, then words and action, they all make our destiny. And that is why in Bhagavad Gita it is told by Sri Krishna that whosoever remembers me at the hour of death, he attains me only after death. So, how to remember him at the time of death? For that, we need constant practice of remembering him. Because if we are remembering him in all our actions, even in small actions like eating, drinking, sleeping, walking, we remember him and do with a love for him, as an offering for him, then at the time of death, we will be able to remember him. And when we do this, then love flows. And love is God. Many centuries ago, the famous Hindi poet and saint Kabir Das have written, "ढाई अक्षर प्रेम के पढ़े सो पंडित होए." People are just studying scriptures, but by studying scriptures, one does not become learned. But one who has really come to know the meaning of this 2.5 syllabled word, prem or love, is really or actually a learned person. And even in Guru Granth Sahib, which is the holy book of Sikhs, it is written, "Jin prem kiyo tin hi prabh payo." Those who are serving him, who are doing all the actions with love for God, only they can attain him. So, love for God is very important. And that is why again Shri Krishna says that at the time of death, as a man thinks, so he becomes. Therefore, constant practice of remembering him is required. So thank you for this part of 8th chapter. We hope to see you in the next part of this chapter.